Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining Sachin Machanda here. It's a great, wonderful afternoon, and we're here to kind of talk about a few things, with Primer BPO and also Talk BPO. What we're going to talk about today is more about, the improvements that people have actually seen in a productivity perspective for using ProHance, and at the same time also kind of hear from Rob and Mike in terms of their journey with us. And super happy to be here to be talking to these wonderful two gentlemen. I'll let them introduce themselves. So, Mike, over to you.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Sachin, for having us here today, and great to be here as well with Robert. Mike Conroy, I'm the co-founder and director of Talk BPO. We are an Irish company, and we have been offshore now for around 16 years. Primarily, we started off in the IT BPO industry, and then we pivoted back in 2019 to artificial intelligence and robotic process automation, and now obviously with ProHance as a partner for workforce management. So great to be here.
Glad you're here. Rob?
Robert Jetty, COO Primer Communications. Primer Communications is a Philippine-owned and operated BPO organization. Been in business for 8 years. We service several clients spread out over the US and the UK.
I mean, you just mentioned about the hybrid workforce piece of it, right? I still remember when the pandemic hit us, we had to kind of give away all of our laptops and, make sure that people have the business continuity and work from home. And it actually posed its own challenges, primarily we didn't know where people were, so on and so forth. So what's your experience been so far in terms of addressing those challenges? And, is there any technology that you've used or anything that you've taken as a different step that you possibly want to share with the viewers today?
We were kind of blessed when the pandemic hit. We had already started looking at work from home. We actually transitioned to work from home in about 30 hours.
Wow.
Of course, at that time, we weren't as big of a company as we are now.
Mm-hmm.
One of our main clients, we actually were one of the few companies that expanded during the pandemic.
Gotcha.
Because our client could not find people in the States to work. And so they came to us, and we've built such a relationship that it's now a partnership.
Yeah. I think just an associated thing, and possibly for all the viewers here is, that if you're a PEZA certified organization and if you have the assets bonded to, your office, there is actually a clause that says that you can't take your bonded assets outside of the PEZA zone. Now, what happened in our pandemic days is that people started working from anywhere, right? And which was okay. However, what we didn't figure is that there is actually an implication of value-added tax that you have to pay if your assets are outside of the PEZA zone. So I think that is something that ProHance solves for primarily because it keeps a track of where your people are, and it's a use case that we see a lot.
Yeah, and it's helped us in that respect because we are still able to see where they're located.
Yeah.
Without the geotagging on it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's been a benefit. There's a lot of things that have helped, especially now that because wear and tear, right? People move.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go here. I need to go here. So as we're rotating in new equipment, we're putting in different measures.
Gotcha.
We're still trying to work the geotagging specific, because I really do want to take advantage of the fact that ProHance has that, within 5 feet.
But something associated too. So we've actually kind of created endpoint health detection. So primarily, for example, if your computer is not performing at the certain level that it should, it can actually give you triggers. So which means that you can actually upkeep your machines to a point where it's absolutely 100% compliant. So there's much more that we've added into the asset optimization module. So it'll be worthwhile, for you guys to explore that too.
We haven't taken full advantage of it because I like to know everything about something as I'm going along,
Mm-hmm.
right? As a COO, it's hard to keep your hands on every piece of the organization.
All the time, yeah.
Right? I have an awesome team.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, I have an awesome team. My IT guy loves working with your team. They're very thorough.
Right.
Okay. They keep us aware of all the new innovations as they're coming. And, I feel bad when I have to tell them, hey, slow down because I'm not there yet. So as an organization, we're growing and we're still in the growing part with our partnership with ProHance.
Yep.
I constantly, Mike and I constantly have conversations about different things and how we can address it. And like he said, we went through the AI versus ProHance. We went through the, your competitors versus ProHance. And, right now where we are at, ProHance has been amazing.
Thank you.
Again, I'm not taking full utilization, right? We're not fully utilizing all of the things that we could be doing.
Right.
We are going to be growing next year. We're going to be adding licenses with ProHance next year. We're going to be expanding. We're going to have, we're going to be reaching out very soon. We're going to be going, okay, we need some specified reports. Can we get this? Can we get that? Can we automate it so that my IT guy doesn't have to go in and do this every single solitary day? And that gives me the information that I need. Now, some information I can give you. Our productivity level is up 18% since we've had ProHance.
Lovely.
Okay, so basically what we've done is we've taken one of the biggest obstacles of work from home, because we have a hybrid, right? We have a hybrid workforce. And what I mean by that is it's not hybrid in the typical sense. So we don't work from home 3 days and work from the office 2 days. We have a specific set office in San Jose, Mindoro, that houses 47 people.
Nice.
All right. We have the remainder of our workforce is remote, spread out throughout the Philippines. Okay. And what we have noticed from the workforce that is spread out throughout the Philippines is that there is an 18% decrease in time away from their computer. Wow. Okay. So what we do is we work with the people that give the service or solution to the customer. We're very happy. We're seeing the improvements. It's helped our QA team by being able to concentrate more on what the people are actually having trouble with. And during these past 10 months under ProHance, we now have a overall company-wide score, 10 months running, of over 98% quality score.
Congratulations, Rob. I mean, that's pretty good. And thanks for all the feedback. I mean, this is the kind of feedback that actually keeps us going. And what we've done is to kind of take a look at 270,000 odd users within ProHance, and we've kind of bisected that by industry, and we've actually created a productivity benchmarking report, which is for 2023 and the first half of 2024. You have 18% more availability to answer customer queries, right? Now, when that happens, it happened primarily where you said, it's primarily because now employees are aware that there is a measurement system in place, right? I hope, it doesn't sound like Big Brother, but at the end of the day, what we've looked at is, in the time-old memorial, time management used to be the sought-after training. And I don't know if you guys recognize this, right? Back in the days, we had to go through some sort of a formal training for you to learn how to manage your time.
Correct.
But now with, softwares like ProHance, and I'm not just going to say ProHance is the only thing out there, I think, people have started, being aware of, okay, am I spending time in the right places, right? Now that brings me one, very specific question from a culture perspective, right? How have the employees resonated with something like this in Primer BPO? And what sentiments were there in the first few months to possibly now, spending a year? Because I'm assuming that that has actually changed over a period of time.
It has changed. And of course, up front, everybody was Big Brother's watching. Like, hey, why do you want to watch me? Don't you trust us? We're your employees, right? It's a trust issue. We used to have cameras on everybody's, even the work from home. We would send them a camera. We had a monitoring. And basically what we were trying to monitor wasn't them, but was their desk.
Gotcha.
But of course it was a camera, so we were invasive. Okay. And so we did our investigation. We went with ProHance. We rolled it out. There was some hesitation. There was some of the people that have some IT learning that tried to say, oh, this is going to, affect our computer. It's going to affect our productivity. We're going to slow down. It's going to do. We've been through all of that, and now people understand what it is, right? Our team leaders are now embracing some of the reports that we're getting and sending out, and being able to see, oh wow, look at this. Okay, the things that ProHance is helping us with right now as an organization are important to us, not just for now, for the future.
For the future,
right? So we can see. I can look back to where we were prior to day one with ProHance and where we are now and go, okay, look, we improved here, we did this, we did that. How did we get there, right? Then we dissect that so that when we move on to the next 6 months, the first 6 months of next year, we're not making whatever mistakes we made back this year, right? That cuts learning curve down and keeps productivity so slowly climbing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not looking for 100% productivity. That's never going to happen. That if you have 100% productivity, then your employees are going to be dead in about 3 weeks.
I think they're all machines.
You know? if we have 100% productivity, we're all AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what Mike here is looking for. But you know, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I haven't taken advantage of all the features, right? But it's to our benefit that we haven't just jumped in blindly.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the right approach. You know, to be honest, I think it takes certain amount of operational maturity for you to kind of expansively use all of the features. I think the workflow feature is something that you guys may not have used yet, you know, which actually is very useful when you have disjointed processes, when you have multiple functionalities, you know, interacting with each other, multiple handoffs. Now that could be, you know, something that will definitely help you, because I'm sure there are certain shared services space where you can actually use them. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your wonderful time today. And it was a wide range of topics that we actually spoke about, both industry and in terms of, you know, Primer BPO and how ProHance has helped you guys. So I wish you all the best, and you know, see you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you for having
Cheers.
us.
Thanks very much.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
Sachin. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us, Sachin.
Cheers.
Cheers.